Welcome back to DeAnn Creates, your online hangout for Cricut crafts, celebration crafts, and whatever crafts I'm inspired to make. So what are we creating today? 4 simple DIYs for your next dinosaur party. So let's get into it. Project number 1 is decorating paper mache birthday numbers. First, paint the entire number front and back with an acrylic craft paint. The color that I used was called Flame, and it's by the brand Craft Smart. Keep the brush strokes going in the same direction to have an even and continuous look. Don't forget to paint the inside as well as the sides. After your numbers have thoroughly dried, look at them and assess whether you need to do a second coat of paint. Now, I only did 1 coat of paint on mine and I was completely fine with that, but if it looks a little see-through to you, you can paint another coat if you would like. Now you will take some scrapbook paper or whatever paper you'd like and flip it over to the back. Then you're going to take your cardboard number, flip it over also, and place it on top of the paper. Hold your number steady and use a pencil to trace it onto the back of the paper. Tilt your pencil at an angle so that you get as close to the number as possible when you're tracing. Grab a pair of scissors and cut out the outline of the number you just traced. Make sure that you cut everything out as neatly as you can. Trace the outline of the number on the back side using Eileen's original tacky glue. Carefully place the cutout on top of the paper mache number. Be sure to line it up evenly and take your time because once you put it on top of the number, it is difficult and sometimes even impossible to move. Sometimes I like to map out my crafting ideas by sketching them out roughly first. So here's an example of a sketch I made for these paper mache numbers. I use drawings to help keep my ideas focused so that I already have an outline of exactly what it is I'm trying to do. I measured the width and height of each part of the number. For example, the bottom of the 3 was 1 3/8 inches tall, meaning that anything that I make needs to fit onto that part of the number, so it needs to be smaller. Open the Cricut app and find a number that is similar in style to the paper mache number that you'll be decorating. Unlock the shape and then drag it until it's as close in size as you could get it to your paper mache number. You are doing this step to have a template to put all your accents on top of to ensure that they'll fit on your number. Once you've made the number as close to the size of the cardboard number as you can, type out the name that you want to put on it so that you can see what size you want to make it. For example, I'm typing the name Trey, and you can put whatever word you want, but the size of your letters is going to vary depending on how long your word is. Once you type the name out that you want to use, go to the top of the page and click on the word offset. Change the distance to about 0.1. Then you can change the color of that offset to white. Now go to the word and click on the offset of the word. At the top of the screen, hit offset again to add a second offset and change the color of that offset to orange. Now click on all 3 layers, right click and select the word group so that you can drag all the layers to the bottom of the number. Here you can see I repeated the same process as I typed the word 3 Rex, which was the theme of the birthday party for which I was making these crafts. So now I wanted to add some dinosaur footprints to my project, and the closest thing I could find was this puddle of mud with dinosaur tracks. So then I clicked Add to Canvas. I selected the mud puddle, went over to the side and clicked on the eye to hide it. Then I did the same thing for the second layer of foot tracks. I decided I wanted to add some eggs to my project, so I found the eggs I wanted and clicked Apply. Then I adjusted the size to make them small enough to fit the number. Next, I changed the colors of the egg to match some of the colors used already in this project. It's so essential to change the colors because when you're cutting things out, your Cricut machine groups things that are the same color together to be cut out on the same sheet of paper. I wanted to add a dinosaur bone to the number. Side note, unless you have a Cricut membership, there is a small fee to use most of these images. I added the bone to my project and adjusted it until I was satisfied. I also wanted to add this flying dinosaur. I think it's a pterodactyl, but if it's not, I don't really know dinosaurs like that, so you can tell me what type of dinosaur it is in the comment section below. I clicked on contour on the bottom right hand corner of the computer screen. I wanted to hide all these tiny little microscopic lines because it's going to be difficult for my Cricut machine to cut them out. The last thing I wanted to add was a brontosaurus. So I know that I'm using a lot of images, but there's a good reason for that. I'm making 2 numbers for this birthday party, so I'm going to divide up the pictures among the 2 numbers that I'm making. I selected flip from the top menu and then flip horizontally to have the dinosaur face the other direction. Then I decided to adjust the size. The last image I wanted to use was a T-Rex. So I added the image to the project. I adjusted the sizing, changed all of the colors, and hid the unnecessary contours. Click on the Make It button to begin cutting everything out with your Cricut machine. Place your cardstock paper on the mat and feed it into your Cricut machine. Press the Load Unload button and the Go button so your Cricut machine can do its thing. Weed all the cardstock paper from the Cricut mat, separating the pieces that you need for the project from the parts that you don't want. Then throw the unwanted scraps in the trash can. Now that you have all the pieces cut out, use Aleene's Tacky Glue to glue the letters, images, and offsets together. Refer to your sketch to ensure where you want to put each piece. Use your tacky glue to glue each word in place. Now I was using these inexpensive glue dots, but these particular glue dots did not do an excellent job because the words kept sliding down. So you should probably use glue or some other type of foam dots instead. And that's pretty much it. Keep watching until the end of the video to see the big reveal so that you can see what both numbers look like completed. That's what we have so far. Boom, 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 boom. The second project we're going to make is DIY Dinosaur Silverware holders. I purchased this cylinder gift box from Dollar Tree. Start out by measuring the height of it with your ruler. Grab a roll of green Dollar Tree vinyl, wrap it around the container, and use a pen to mark off where to cut it for the width of the cup. Use a paper cutter or scissors to cut the vinyl exactly where you put the mark. Now cut the vinyl based on the first measurement you took for the height of the container. Add an extra 2 inches to the height before you cut it so that you'll be able to fold the excess vinyl over the edge of the container. Remove the smooth backing from the vinyl and lay the container on top. Line the bottom of the container up with the edge of the vinyl. Roll the container onto the vinyl, but be careful and make sure that there are no wrinkles. Now cut a few slits in the excess part of the vinyl that's sticking out above the cup. Neatly fold those pieces inward over the edge of the container. If you want to check out the other projects that I made for this dinosaur party, you can check out my paper mache eggs or my dinosaur centerpiece. I will link both of those in the description box below. Now open your Cricut app so you can find a few jungle-like leaves to place on your silverware container. Click on images, search for 3 different types of leaves that you'd like to add to your project. Then add those images to your canvas. Adjust the leaves to the size that you prefer. For example, I wanted the height of the leaves to be a little bit shorter than the height of the container. Use the contour button to remove the middle slit from the leaves if you choose to. Right click, then hit copy and paste to duplicate the leaves as many times as necessary. I think I made about 3 of each type of leaf for one container. Repeat the same process for the orange leaf and the dark green leaf. Click on the Make It button. Then make sure you've selected the correct paper size. Click continue to let your Cricut machine do its thing. Change the dial to cardstock and select the go button. When the job is complete, hit the load unload button. Using a paintbrush, coat one side of the leaves with Mod Podge. Place the leaf on the container where you want it and then hold it in place for a few seconds. Paint another coat of Mod Podge on top of the leaves to seal it in place. And that's pretty much it. Keep watching until the end of the video so that you can see the big reveal. The third project is wooden dinosaur figurines. I picked up 4 wooden dinosaur figures from Dollar Tree. Well, actually it was 3 dinosaur figures and 1 rhinoceros. Then I painted each one with different shades of paint from our party color palette using Craftsmart acrylic craft paint. Oh, while I have your attention, if you made it this far into the video, go ahead and hit that like button and smash that subscribe button so you never miss another video from me just like this one. Now you take these wooden numbers, which you can purchase at Dollar Tree, and paint them with orange paint. Then use Aleene's tacky glue to glue the numbers to each side of the dinosaur. And that's pretty much it. If you want to add a little more pizzazz, a little razzle dazzle to your figurines, then you can glue some rocks or some moss to the bottom base of the figurine. These figurines can be used as table decor to add a little something to your centerpiece, or you can use them as decoration throughout your party. Stay tuned to the end of the video for the big reveal. The fourth and final project is a dinosaur birthday banner. Open the Cricut app and click on Images. Type pin it in the search box to find your desired shape and then add it to the canvas. Next, I clicked on Contour to remove the pre-made slits in the pennant because I'm going to use my hole puncher, but you can leave those in if you like. Resize your pennant to the size that you like. For example, I made mine 4.5 inches in height. I changed the color to brown because it was the closest thing to tan. Then I added an offset where the distance was 0.125 inches. Change the color of the offset to orange. Select both layers of the pennant, right click and select group. Then you're going to hit copy and paste to make as many pennants as you need for your banner. For example, I'm making 5 pennants for my birthday banner. Click on the drop down menu under font to find a font you like. I ended up selecting Broadway. Type out the first letter that you'll use in your banner and adjust the size so that it takes up the amount of space that you like. Change the color to white. Next, add a 0.125 offset and change the color of the offset to green. Repeat the same steps for the other letters you'll use for your birthday banner. Click on Images and type in the word dinosaur to find an idea that you would like to put on the blank pennant in between the number 3 and the word Rex. I chose to use the dinosaur footprints. Change the colors to coordinate with your color palette for your party. Click the Make It button and check to be sure that you've selected the correct paper size. Click Continue and head on over to your Cricut machine. Press the Go button and let your Cricut machine do its thing. Grab your tan pennant shape and glue it to the orange offset. Then take your white letters and glue them to their green offset. Now glue your letters to your pennant, making sure they're straight and centered before firmly pressing them down. Glue the pieces of the dinosaur tracks together and then glue them onto the remaining pennant. Now grab your hole puncher and punch a hole in each pennant's top left and right side. Take a piece of yarn or twine and run it through the holes of the pennant. Tie a knot around each end of the banner so that the rope stays in place.
It's time for the big reveal.
And there you have it. We made 4 adorable dinosaur crafts for your next birthday party. So until the next time, I hope you continue adding a little more creativity to the world and keep coming back because you never know what I'll create next. Later.